Welcome back, guys. It's your boy Broncos Guru back at it again, and today we're going to talk about, well, things that boaters do to annoy each other. I know, it's going to be a little bit of a spicy topic. I expect that comment section to be lit up like a Christmas tree, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe below, but let's get this started. Guys, if you didn't see the last video we posted, well, it was the 7 things that non-boaters do to annoy boaters. Something I quickly realized was that non-boaters don't really annoy boaters all that much. It's actually boaters who annoy boaters. So I started scouring the old interweb, went out and found out where all that video got posted to. And when I was doing that, I started seeing some of the comments, and most of the comments were boater on boater bashing. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use those comments to create this video. I'm going to keep them anonymous. I'm not going to tell you guys what forums I got them from, who posted them, or anything like that. But I'm going to use them just basically as fodder for the fire. So please don't kill the messenger. I also learned from that last video, apparently I say guys a lot in my video, and if you're not keeping track, well, you should already be 3 shots in if you're playing the game. I really am cognizant of it now, guys. So now you're at 4. I'm going to try and limit you from there. I don't want anybody getting inebriated. And apparently, it's annoying as AF when I say it as well. Our first thing that boat owners do that annoy other boat owners is going to be saying the 2 happiest days of your boating life are the day you bought your boat and the day you sold your boat. I really don't understand this one because if I'm selling my boat, the only way I'm going to be happy is if I'm buying a bigger boat. I think most of the boaters that wound up falling under this statement either bought a piece of junk boat right up front, never got it running, had a lot of issues and it just bothered them. Maybe they did go out and buy that shiny new boat, but they had a poor dealer experience and just soured the whole situation for them. Really do feel bad for these boaters because they really didn't get the full experience. I feel like this comment winds up in the same category. I hate when non-boaters own a boat. Lots of them on the lake I frequent. If they bought a boat, they're a boater. Even if they're not the kind of boater you like, if they don't have the experience that you're accustomed to on your lake, they still are a boater. And next we go where every good boating story starts, right there at the boat ramp. That's right, nothing bothers boaters more than incompetence at the boat ramp, and it's very unfortunate, but the most incompetent people at the boat ramp, well, no surprise, it's boaters. I love this next person's comments. They like to go offer their boating brethren help versus getting mad or throwing cuss words out at them. I'd like to see where that takes them.
Maybe we won't be going water skiing today.
Shut up, Joe.
Hey, you want some help? I do this all the time.
Get back in your car with your wife.
When you're going backwards, everything's the up.
Maybe one of these days we'll all become as efficient at launching as kayak guy, and there'll be no issues at the ramp whatsoever. And that brings us to another one of our favorite boaters on this list, and that's that boater who blows through those no-wake zones and blows through those party coves. This boater has no regard for you, your property, your safety, or anything. They see a no-wake sign and they are not bothering to slow down because that's just an annoyance to them that it's there. As you can tell in this video, blowing through a no-wake zone with a bunch of boats tied up to the docks can cause significant damage. That kind of gives this boater a different name. If you've seen the 10 types of boaters you'll meet on the water, we had a boater on there called POS boater. This guy gets that name too, but it means a little different thing here. As for the party coves, well, this is a double annoyance as well. These boaters that like to set up a party cove where there is not a no-wake zone kind of annoy the guy who's just trying to roll through there when it's not a no-wake zone. Who's really in the wrong on this one? Well, I know you're responsible for your wake, any damage or anything like that you cause, but maybe that boater next time can pick a spot on the lake where there is a no-wake zone to anchor up. And here's another spicy one, fishermen versus pleasure boaters. Apparently this group really hates each other, or at least annoy the crap out of each other. This particular person's comment here, I couldn't even remember the last time I had a non-boater on my boat, so I wouldn't know what would annoy me from them, but idiot fishermen, that's a whole nother thread. Well, the comments kind of went that way both ways though. This particular fisherman right here starts talking about how the pleasure boaters get out there. They were going around him for about 30 minutes disturbing the fish in the water, and that was one of their biggest pet peeves about being out there on the water. The next group is another group of fishermen. Their biggest pet peeve wasn't non-boaters either. Their biggest pet peeve is that person that goes between their boat and the land, going right over their fishing lines. I guess I can understand that one a little bit too.
What an ass, yeah. And all that water over there. And all that water.
And there were plenty of comments out there about this boater as well, and that's that boater that likes to boat too close to other boats. I know that's not always avoidable. A lot of us boat on rivers where it's very narrow and they have to be close. And then of course you got some things like this where you're doing a poker run and everybody's starting, and it's just going to happen when those kind of things go on. Some of it's unexplainable to me though. Why anybody, when they're towing a tube, a skier, somebody's wake surfing, would want to run up right on behind somebody and risk that person falling and possibly killing them is absolutely insanity to me. But there's still more that goes along with this as well. There are your fishermen who like to be sitting out in the middle of the lake. And of course, you know, everybody's got to have their piece of the lake as well. And they just get hit. This particular guy right here gets caught up into the boat. So he actually gets drugged down the river just a little bit by that other fisherman that was there. And then I live in a coastal area, so we see this one a lot as well. They're just some monster boats that get up on plane and they are not stopping for anything. It takes them so long to get that boat moving that they have no desire to slow down, and it doesn't matter what size boat you're in or what's going on, they will take you with them if they can. And this last group, I don't even know what to say with this one. This was something that was completely new to me. I'm not sure what the hell these two idiots are doing, but they sure look like they're hooning it up with the best of them. And there's definitely no way I am getting anywhere near a boat that size for that long. Now I'll admit, this last one threw me off just a little bit. Wakeboarders versus tubers versus skiers versus wake surfers. Well, the comments were all over the place on this one. Apparently none of this group likes each other. You would figure they were all water sports fanatics and that they would all enjoy being out on the water together, but apparently all of these water sports require a different type of water. Tubers apparently want some nice, little bit moderately chopped water to get the tubes floating around a little bit. Wake surfer, of course, is looking for that nice, really calm water where they can get their wave going and just keep that boat spinning in circles forever. And then you've got your water skiers. Well, water skier is also looking for calm water, but they're looking for large open stretches of it. They're not necessarily looking to keep turning in a circle like your wake surfer was, so they're going to continue to keep going. And then wakeboarder, well, they're kind of the mix between the two. They want to keep turning in circles because they do want the wake so the wakeboarder can jump over the wake. It's all kind of a mess, but in the end, none of them like the same water, yet they all bicker over the same water, which is kind of interesting what I found in the comments. They all want to be in that same exact cove, but then also want to tell us that they also need a different kind of water. It's kind of all convoluting to me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button below. Give us a big thumbs up. For those of you who've been around since the Bahamas series, we are literally now 1 week out from the Exuma trip. That's right, we are Bahamas bound in 1 week, baby. In the next video that I'll post next week, I'll probably go ahead and leave my DeLorme tracking link in the description below. That way you guys can follow us along on that trip if you'd like. I'll let you know next week. Have a good one.